Hey there, everybody. Oh, I am so sorry. I got to grab my phone real quick. Hey, I apologize. I needed to share it. Need to share this on my page, and so I had to go grab my phone. But good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you this amazing Tuesday? This amazing Tuesday. As you come in the room, say hello. As you come in the room, say hello. Good afternoon to you all. I am super excited, as always, to share with you every Tuesday. And so I'm going to just share this on my page. It's an amazing day. It is an amazing day. Say hello. Hi, everybody. Just going to share this real quick, and then we're going to start. As always, I'm super excited. I know y'all probably saying, why is she so live and excited? I'm excited. Yes, I'm absolutely excited. And so, this is our Breaking the Box. Our Breaking the Box series this month. And so we're going to continue. One second. My fingers are not working today. Hope you all had an amazing day. Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. Okay, there we go. My fingers wouldn't allow me to type today for some reason. So it kept hitting the wrong buttons. And so it wouldn't let me share as quick. But we're on there. So listen, I hope you've had an amazing day. Hey, cousin. Hey, Felicia. Hey, Janella. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Ashara. Hey, Darlene. Hey, Nicole. So listen, we are continuing our series, and if you have been with me since March, you have already come through acknowledging your box, coming to realization that in some areas of your life, you have been in a box for multiple reasons, whether it be fear, whether it be insecurities, whether it be self-esteem, whether it be life experiences, whether it be generational curses. You have been in a box. And then on last week, we talked about taking the deliberate steps to come out of that box, to break that box. Well, we're here today. Hey, sister. We're here today to actually talking about embracing your coming forth. So I want everybody to just type, I'm coming forth in the chat. Just say I'm coming forth. That's all I want you to do. Type that. You might don't believe it, but right now I just want you to type, I'm coming forth. Because we are embracing our coming forth. What does that mean, Dr. Vaughn? That means that I understand that I have taken the deliberate steps to break this box that was holding me captive, to break this box that was keeping me bound, not allowing me to stretch, not allowing me to grow, not allowing me to go after my dreams, not allowing me to go after my purpose. Now we are talking about, we are embracing a coming forth because we have shattered this box. We didn't just break it, we shattered it. What does it mean to shatter it? That means it can't be put back together again. I have shattered this box that I am confirming to myself, I will never go back to that box that kept me bound so long. So listen, emergence are things that are always a surprise to you. It's a place that you oftentimes don't feel worthy to be. Many of us, when we are coming forth and God has broken that box, we still have to get over the mentality that we don't deserve to be where we're going. We still have to get over the mentality that we don't deserve where God is taking us. We still have to get over that mentality that what I suffered, what I endured, and everything, I deserve to be where I'm going. Listen, that's not cocky. That's not being arrogant. It means that I understand what I suffered. I understand how pressed and how confined I was. I understand how bound I was. And when I got free, I didn't know when it was going to happen. I didn't have an idea when this box was going to end. But guess what? When this box ended, I embrace that I am emerging. What am I doing? I'm coming out of this cocoon, but I'm not the person that went in the box. Now that I've come out of the box, I'm a butterfly. What you trying to say? In this tight space, this box in this tight space. After a certain period of time being in this dark, wet, dark, ugly place, I actually started to stretch. I broke my cocoon. I broke my box. And when I started coming forth, I realized that I was not the person that went in the box. I had to realize that I was no longer the distorted individual that went in the box. Now that I have broken this thing that had me captive, I am now a beautiful butterfly. But here's the thing. You got to shift your mindset, because if you don't shift your mindset, and if you don't embrace where you are, what you've come through, you will still have the cocoon and box mentality. Yes, please like and share this video. Thank you, Melissa. Listen, if you do not shift your mind will keep you thinking box mentality. Your mind will keep you thinking cocoon mentality. Your mind will keep you thinking bound mentality. So when we say embrace your coming forth, that means I have to shift my mindset to no longer see how I was seeing before. I got to change my lens. I got to shift my mindset. And now I have to see myself where God is taking me. Now I have to embrace that I'm no longer this long, slimy thing. Now I'm emerging to this beautiful masterpiece. Now I'm emerging into this beautiful masterpiece. So I am embracing where I am. And listen, sometimes it's a challenge, y'all. Sometimes we've been so bound so long. Sometimes we've been so discouraged so long. We've gone through so much pain. We've gone through so much agony that we struggle to even believe that there's an opportunity for us to come out. We struggle to even believe that we can get out of this. So when the shift happens and we come out of it, we don't know how to think like we out. I can't get nobody. We don't know how to think like we're out. We still think like we bound. We still saying, I don't know. We still saying, no, you don't have to. We still saying, no, I'm okay. Listen, no, you're not okay. You are not okay. You need to learn how to embrace what God has for you. We have been so used to people telling us no that when people tell us yes, you like, oh, no, that's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. You've been bound so long that you don't even think that you're worthy of the basic necessities or the basic needs of a human being. Sometimes we don't even think, let alone think of where God is actually trying to take us. Because thinking about where God is actually trying to take us, it will never make sense to you. You will always feel unworthy. But you have to embrace it. That's right, niece. Self-sabotage. We do that so often and we don't even realize it. We do that so often and don't even realize it because we've gotten so used to people using us. We've gotten so used to people not treating us like we should. We've gotten so used to, and I hate to say it because I don't like to say it, but the reality is we've gotten so used to it that when the good stuff comes, we still got the bad stuff mentality. So we're talking that you got to embrace your coming forth. You cannot think about taking the deliberate steps to break forward and think you're still going to stay back there. You have to pick one of them. If we're going to take the steps to bring forward, then we got to be excited and embrace once God brings us out of the box. How you get out of the box and the next level is often emerging only after you take the deliberate steps and actions. So listen, if you have already known that you have taken the deliberate steps and you've been intentional in your actions, why is it so hard for you to embrace what you ask God for? God Almighty, why is it so hard for you to embrace what you ask God for? We got all of these prayers before God. We want God to do everything. And then God gives us instructions. We follow the instructions. And then we act so surprised when God manifested. Ain't it what you prayed for? Didn't you take the necessary steps to get here? Didn't you follow God's instructions? Then why don't you think God will do what he promised he would do? Okay, that's right, Ashara. Used to what's comfortable. And here's the thing. A lot of the times, we don't want to do no extra work, so we stick to what's comfortable because it's familiar. We got this fear of the unfamiliar. We got this fear of actually launching out in the deep. We got this fear of embracing the unknown. But let me help you understand something. If you are believing God to bring you forth and you believe in God to keep you out of this box, then you got to embrace the unknown, because there's some places that God is going to take you. You don't even know how he's going to do it. You don't know what he's going to do. Matter of fact, he ain't even going to tell you he's going to do it. It's just going to come. It's just going to, bam. And you're going to be so surprised, like, where did that happen? Even when God is silent, he's still working. So even when you think he's not working, he's still working. And so listen, you have to be willing to embrace the emergent and the coming forth. It may be unexpected and it may feel undeserving, but you have to embrace it. Stop trying to have all the answers. Stop trying to have all the answers, because you don't have all the answers. You got to embrace it, and you got to be so comfortable that, you know what, God, I don't even know where we're going, but we're going. So listen, I posted this quote on my page today, and it said, problems and roadblocks will be encountered with your deliberate plan and your deliberate steps to destiny, but new and better options will become evident to you. Now I say it again, problems and roadblocks will be encountered with your deliberate plan and your steps to your destiny and coming out of the box. But you have to realize new and better options will become evident to you. Somebody needs to say in the bottom, God is revealing me to me. God is revealing me to me. I know you're probably saying that sounds retarded. No, because most of us don't know who we are. But somebody needs to type, God is revealing me to me. We ain't even talking about nobody outside. God is revealing me to me. Because I've been subjected for so many times, so long, that I didn't even know who I was, nor did I believe in who I was. But somebody needs to type, God is revealing me to me. That's right, Nina. God is revealing me to me. For so long, I did not know who I was. But God in this season is revealing me to me. See, you want God to reveal you to everybody else. You want everybody to know who you are. What good is it for everybody else to know who you are, but you still don't know who you are? What good is it for everybody else to believe in who you are, know who you are, but you don't know who you are? Yep, that's right. God is revealing me to me. Because when I know who I am, I don't wait for nobody else to confirm or validate who I am. When I know who I am, I don't have to wait for you to say, oh, that's a good job. When I know who I am, I don't have to wait for you to say, oh, yeah, that's good. No. I am taking this season to ask God to reveal me to me. So that way I can stand in confidence. I won't have no self-doubt no more. I won't self-sabotage no more. My esteem will be elevated. My confidence will be elevated. Because once I know who I am, and guess what? God only showed me a glimpse of who I was. And that glimpse gave me so much passion, so much strength that guess what? You can't make me doubt me no more. You cannot make me doubt me anymore, because God done showed me just a little bit of who he created me to be. So God is revealing me to me. Yes. So listen, then we also have to realize problems are opportunities to adjust, correct, and shift to prepare me for my next. I'll say it again. Your problems are opportunities to adjust, correct, and shift you to prepare you for your next. We oftentimes look at problems in a negative aspect. Yes, Nicole, he helping me to understand me. Let me tell you something. Because I had a convoluted understanding of who I was. Because on one side, why she take me there? Listen, on one side, I had what people told me I was. On the other side, I had what I was hoping to be. On the other side, I had what my life experiences told me I was. But then before me, God showed me who I was. I can't get nobody. I'll say it again. On this side, I had what people told me I was. On this side, I had what I thought I was going to be. Back here, I had what I was praying to be. But in front of me, God was showing me showing me me. He was showing me me. And then this is the other thing. When you ask God to show you you, two things have to happen. You got to embrace what he says needs to change, and you got to embrace what he said you need to go. Ain't no need of you asking God to show you you, but you're going to not change what he wants you to change and not embrace and reject who he wants you to be. Because here's the thing. Sometimes some of us are stuck. Let me help you real good. Some of us are stuck because God showed us who we were and we rejected it. I'll wait. Think about it. Some of us are stuck because we prayed for God to reveal who we are. But when he showed it to us, we rejected it because we ain't believe in it. We rejected it because we didn't believe in it. Now we ask the only true and living God who created us to reveal what it is, who I was. But when he showed us who I was, we didn't want to make the necessary changes. And then when he showed us where he was taking us, we rejected it because we didn't believe in it. You better learn how to pray, God, help my unbelief. You better don't you speak ill of where God said he's taking you. You better learn how to say, God, help my unbelief, but I won't speak against what you said. Help my unbelief, but I won't speak against what you said. Somebody needs to type that. I will not speak against what God said about me. I will not speak against what God said about me. I will not speak against what God said about me. Oh yeah, Nicole. Didn't want to be accountable to it. Here's the thing. A lot of us also rejected, just like my sister Nicole said. We rejected because what he said about us sometimes is weighty. What he said about us is sometimes heavy, and we don't want to submit to it because we don't want to be accountable to it. Because here's the thing. Once I say, okay, God, that's me, and I start speaking it, I am now held accountable for what I speak. If I say I embrace it, if I say that's me, I am now held accountable. I am now held accountable to what God said once I speak it out my mouth. So I reject it because I don't want, no, if I don't speak it, it ain't real. Yeah, God, I heard you, but I'm going to act like I ain't hear you because if I speak it, it becomes real. I mean, it becomes real. If I speak it, it becomes real. And since I don't want to be accountable, I don't want to be responsible for it, then I ain't going to speak it because then I'm going to act like I ain't hear it. All right. And then listen, the deliberate steps you took to get out of the box. When you look at it and you're surprised that God brought you out of the box, you got to embrace what's coming forth. And here's the thing. God sometimes can't even show us what's coming forth. We just got to know what's out the box because some of us will already run from it if he shows it to us. So sometimes we got to get it like breadcrumbs. So he shows us that we're out of the box, but he can't even drop nothing on you real good because he like, oh, I know she gonna run. I know he gonna run. So he only gives you breadcrumbs. Because if he showed you the whole picture, you ain't praying another time for nothing because I don't want to hear nothing else you got to say. But you have to embrace whatever God is bringing your way. That's right, Nicole. Trust the process blindly. Here's the thing. I am so committed to what God is doing in my life after the season I just went through. I am so committed to embracing everything that God has for me. Even if I got to do it scared. Even if I got to do it blindly, I'm doing it. Even if I got to do it scared. Even if I got to do it blindly, I'm doing it. Whatever it is, I am doing it because I'm embracing my coming forth. Because guess what? I was in the dark too long that you ain't putting me back there once I'm in the light. I have been in the dark too long that when I get a glimpse of light, you can't put me back in the box. Listen, God gave me some instructions about me, And let me tell you, I had 1,001 questions. Wait a minute, God, how am I supposed to do that? How that's going to happen? I ain't really nobody. What are you talking about? I had 1,001 questions. Until I don't know how God talked to y'all, but God talks to me regular. He says, shut up. Let me tell you, I don't know how God talks to y'all, but he talks to me regular. He says, shut up. And he simply said, I got this. I didn't ask you to have the answer. I didn't ask you even to know all the details. And he asked me one specific question. Are you willing to trust me without the details? Are you willing to trust me without the details? Are you willing to trust me without the details? Are you willing to just trust me without the details? You ain't God. Why I gotta tell you everything? I just need you to follow instructions. Are you willing to follow instructions? Ask yourself the question. I'll wait. Are you willing to follow instructions? I'll wait. Are you willing? Or you're gonna be committed only when you know? Are you willing to trust God without the details? I'm trying to tell you, it's an amazing journey. It's tight sometimes, but let me tell you something. When God just surprises you with stuff and you ain't even know it was coming because you just trusted him without the details, oh my God. Dillard, I'm trying to tell you, it'll blow you. Won't it blow your mind? Sorrow, won't it blow your mind? I'm trying to tell you, when you trust God without the details and stuff to start popping up, you'd be like, oh my God, what happened? When that come? What happened? Yeah, yes, cousin Sorrow, let me what happened? You be when you give your whole will to God and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna go, just tell me where to go. I ain't gonna ask no questions. Let's go. I'm with you. When he just start dropping, come here, Ruth. You in the field and you're not even, and all of a sudden you just find certain things. It's just left in the field. And you're like, oh, where did that come from? God, where did that come from? God, wait a minute, where did that come from? And God said to you, once you fully gave me a solid yes, God have mercy. Oh, sorry, that got excited me. Once you gave God a solid yes and became willing to do it without the details, he ain't got, let me tell you, the flow. It just started flowing. It wasn't until I've always been blessed. I've always been favored. But it wasn't until I shut my mouth and stopped asking so many questions and gave God a solid yes. Yes, I gave God a yes before. I'm always be transparent with y'all. I gave God a yes before, but when I gave God a solid yes, an unshakable yes, that's when God started actually just blowing my mind. Stuff I didn't even ask for. Things that was on my heart that I didn't even speak out my mouth, he just started doing. Stuff I didn't even ask for, I would all of a sudden just be blessed with. I'm like, I ain't even pray for it yet. When I gave him a solid yes, no alternatives, no conditions, no questions. I don't care how scared I am. I will be scared, might shed a tear or two, may call one of my sisters or brothers to pray for me. But guess what I'm not going to do? I ain't asking God a whole bunch of questions. And I'm not giving him no conditions on whether or not I can do it. You said I can do it. I may call him and say, listen, just pray for me. God gave me some instructions and I'm going all the way. I don't understand it. I'm a little nervous, but I'm going with it. So guess what? Just pray for me. And listen, let me rewind. But also make sure, don't ask everybody to pray for you. I only got about 3-4 people asking me to pray for. One of them is on it. Nicole is on it. I only asked about 3-4 people to pray for me. Only 3-4. Because when you pray for me and I'm trying to do the will of God without questions, and I'm actually trying to follow God's will without questions, I don't need somebody else that can't. I don't need nobody else that don't believe in the God in me. I need somebody to believe in the God in me, even when I'm trying to figure it out myself. That part. Even when I'm struggling trying to figure out it myself, I need, if I ask somebody to pray for me, it has to be an individual that believes in the God in me. Even if they don't understand the full assignment, they have seen a glimpse of what God has put inside of me, and they believe in what God is doing in me. So therefore, they can pray that God will continue to manifest it and give me strength, even though I'm scared. But I don't need nobody praying, well, God, I ain't too sure about what she said, and I ain't too sure about what what she was talking about. But you know what, God, do it for. I don't need no shaky prayer. I don't need a shaky prayer. I need somebody that can definitively say, God, you know the power, you know the strength that she has, you know the anointing, you know the call on her life. So listen, God, I need you to cover her and help her stay focused to press her way through. And while you pressing her through, I'm going to keep praying for her strength till you bring her all the way through. They believe in me so much that even if they don't understand it, they trust God for me. Too many of us got asking people to pray for us, and they not even really sure they believe in what's in you. Do you hear what I'm saying? You got people praying for you that really don't even understand or believe what's in you. They still trying to figure out if you really anointed. But you asking them to pray for you, and they got a shaky prayer up to God. How in the world do you think that's going to help you? And you want to know why you still don't feel strong after they prayed? Because their prayer was shaky. It wasn't solid. It wasn't firm. So get you a good 2, 3, maybe 4 people that have solid prayers, that can pray solid prayers to God on your behalf. You don't need a whole lot. You don't need a whole lot. Just ask them, listen, I don't have the specifics, but just know I'm nervous what God is doing, and I need you to pray for me. And then listen, when you deliberately move forward, when you embrace what is emerging out of you, your emerging becomes your emergent strategy to your next level. I'll say it again. When you deliberately move forward, that's intentional. When you embrace what is emerging out of you, and that is when your emerging becomes your emergent strategy to your next level. You're probably saying, Dr. Vaughn, it sounds like a whole lot of words. No, it's simple. When you embrace what's coming out of you, when you embrace the emerging that's coming out of you, your emerging becomes your strategy. Your process of coming out now becomes your strategy to get to your next and sustain your next. Because when I embrace my process to coming out, and once I get out and I embrace my coming forth, then that becomes my strategy to go to my next level. What do you mean? Because this was one level, I came out of it and got to this level. So now I'm going to take the same emerging that I did here, and I'm going to use it to go here. So now it becomes my strategy to actually get to my next point. It becomes my strategy to actually get to what God is saying to me. So I have to embrace my emerging. I may not understand it. I may not even think I'm worthy of it, but I have to fully embrace it. I will never reject what God says about me. I will never reject what God says about me. So you need to type in the comments, I am embracing my coming out, my coming forth. I am embracing 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 my coming forth. Yes, you want to put your name to it? Shavonna is embracing her coming forth. Shavonna is embracing. Sometimes I got to make it personal. Shavonna is embracing her coming forth. Shavonna knows that God is doing something, and I may not understand it all, but Shavonna is embracing her coming forth. Yep, Adrian is embracing her coming forth. Nina is embracing her coming forth. Courtney is embracing her coming forth. Nicole is embracing her coming forth. Erica is embracing her coming forth. Grace is embracing her coming forth. Darlene is embracing her coming forth. Erlene is embracing her coming forth. Bishop Gina is embracing her coming forth. Yes, tie your name to it. Tie your name to it. Melissa is embracing her coming forth. Sometimes you got to get selfish about your journey. You got to actually tie your name to it. I'm not just talking in general no more. I'm talking about me. Yes, I is still a definitive, but no, I'm putting my name on it because I want when it goes into the atmosphere, I want my name in the atmosphere. I am embracing my coming forth. So listen, it is time for you to embrace your coming forth. You've been going back and forth for far too long. I mean, you've been going back and forth with yourself far too long. And you've been teeter-tottering far too long. That's my grandparents used to say, teeter-totter. You've been going back and forth for so long. 1 minute you want God to fully do it. The next minute you're too scared for God to do it. The next minute you're like, God, bring me out. The next minute you're like, I ain't too sure. Now is the time for you to definitively, you done broke this box. You done taken the definitive steps, the deliberate steps to get out. Now you are embracing who you are once you came out. And then listen, next week, then we're going to talk, once we've embracing our coming forth, guess what we're going to talk about next week? Walking in the fullness of who I am, my authentic self. Next week, we're going to talk about walking in the fullness of who I am, my authentic self. Not the self I created, but walking in the fullness of who I am. Now that I embrace my coming forth, you can't tell me nothing about me. So now I'm going to walk in the fullness. So now I embrace it, but now it's time for me to do something with it. I done came out of it. I didn't embrace my coming forth. Now I need to do something with it. Now I need to do something with it. I am going to walk in the fullness of who I am, my authentic self. Because listen, when you fall in love with your authentic self, it's not saying that you're not going to have any trouble. It's not going to say you're not going to have any problems. But guess what? When you walk in your authentic self, you can handle it. It ain't going to be like, oh, this is my Monday self. This is my Wednesday self. This is my church self. So which self is supposed to respond to this problem? Nope. I am walking in the fullness. I didn't embrace my authentic self so much. I'm walking in the fullness of who I am, my authentic self. And so listen, as always, it's my privilege, my honor, and my pleasure for y'all to come and join me just for a little empowerment, a little push. I love coming to chat with you all right here every Tuesday at 1 p.m. for Lunchtime Empowerment Talks with Dr. Vaughn. As always, I am Dr. Shavonna Whitehead, and I love to share with you. And I'm super excited about where God is taking you. Be sure to go. If you need somebody to actually see this that is not on social media, it is also streaming live right now to our YouTube channel, which is Dr. Shavonna Whitehead. And they can see it. It'll be left up there. You can see it whenever you want to. You can send it to your friend, send it to your sister, whatever. But we are coming out. We are embracing what God is doing in our lives. And we're walking. Next week, I told you, we're going to talk about the walking in the fullness of who we are. Because didn't you know you're amazing? You're a masterpiece God created. Didn't you know you're amazing? Yes, it's time to walk in the fullness. Can't nobody be you but you. God only created one of you. Even if you have children, God still only created one of you. So come on, let's walk in the fullness. I love you too. I love you and I appreciate all of y'all. And listen, so next week. No, I'm sorry. That's going to be on the 30th because next week we have our She's More Now Connectional. And that's going, so next Tuesday is going to be at 7 because we actually have a guest and we're going to be talking about motivation. We're going to be talking about that whole coming forth. So next week is on Tuesday. It's going to be at 7 o'clock. Still the same platform on our page. It's going to be at 7 o'clock. I'll make sure to post it. But the last Tuesday is when we're going to be talking about walking in the fullness of who we are. And so listen, I'm super excited and I can't wait to hear about all the things that are happening in your lives. Make sure you inbox me, put a message on the page, anything. Just let me know. If you have my number, text me. But let me share with me the great things that God is doing for you because I am super excited. And listen, as always, I love you. I appreciate you. Have an amazing day on purpose and always continue to embrace what God is doing in your life. Have an amazing day, everyone. I'll talk to you soon.